Welcome back, guys. It's been a while for me, few days since I have played this last, so I need to take a little bit of a look at what happens. So, uh, yeah, I remember what's going on around here. Let's have a quick look at the turn. We're casting a bunch of side-searching spells, and we're probably not finding much. Not much. We have a few uninteresting battles. A Pegasus rider somewhere. A Mount King and our army. And then we had a horde of cavemen attack us, so the independent faction is back. That's great. And for transformations, we have one coming out here for big ass Hydra. And it looks like we did only one transformation. So this is what we got. It's over here at the throne, which is nice. It's pretty close to the Russian action. And this is a big Hydra, so it's size 9, 80 HP. A little bit of natural protection, okay MR, okay attack and defense. And it got fear and regen and blunt and pierce resistance. And also recuperation, and of course a big ass poison cloud. And unsurroundable 4, so this guy quite good without any equipment slot. Not really able to do super much. We can't really put him into an army because we'll just poison our own guys. And he won't be able to beat real armies on his own. But for a little bit of raiding, maybe as an anti-independent dude, he could be useful. We could just try him out with the caveman. They're next door. But those cavemen, I think they hit pretty hard. Yeah, 28 damage. But it's just a few. Their morale isn't too good. We might actually try our Hydra out. Maybe we send our Hydra in and then, let's see. We got a bunch of these Pegasus riders. We could use them just to fire and support it. And let's have a big look. So we've taken out and are now marching towards Rus. In terms of thrones, we got 3 for ourselves. We had 5 points, so we need 6 more. Still a little ways to go. And over there's only one more throne. And I think this might have fallen to Therados. We've seen that Therados is at war with Venom. We also, it looks like down here, it looks like Arcoscephali is at war with them too. And Yomi is also at war with them. So Therados has much on his hands, which is really good. They might not even have the resources to annoy us over here once we decide to march for Emigden and try to make ourselves a way down here, which is where we need to go to be able to get more thrones. Also, I noticed there's one cave entrance here, so that place might be nice for us to get. And yeah, let's start here at the top. So one important thing we found a few turns ago is the steel ovens over here. So we are trying to get some guys over there and start crafting over there. Let's see, wow, this is friendly civilization, so that's good. We can PD them for a little bit cheaper, and yeah, we're gonna have a lot of mages just parked here. And I don't want them to die to random stuff. Our army is still slowly making its way back because over here we're cut off by a river. Our Dominion seems to be coming back now. At least we have a little bit of Dominion around us now. A lot of these places still have only a few candles, but we are stabilizing, especially over here in the north. Yeah, we got some Dominion coming out, that's nice. So yeah, let's just keep working. What is our plan here for this lizard? I guess we're sending one lizard over. I would rather have yes, no, this is wrong. We have these crystal Amazons that we are sending over. This one and that one. Does she need the boots of messenger? Yes, she does. And we have 3 Buddhas over here. So let's see, do we have another pair of boots? We do. Let's have a look at our inventory. We need to clean this up anyways. So what do we have? We have alright. 5 more girdles of might. These are gonna be real helpful. We are starting to make some gear to get a few guys underwater. We have a bunch more research boosters lying around. It looks like our god made us okay, this has a new name, a coin of meteoric iron. And then we have this random ring of fire. And this glamour gem gen. And then a few clams of pearls. And one of those commander helmets, alright. So yeah, let's just keep these Buddhas moving. We still need to side search around here. We got 2 level 3 Buddhas, so let's split them up and side search these 2 places. The rest here, yeah, looks like the rest of these guys belong to our army. And what do we have here? We have 1 more crystal Amazon left. I guess we'll send her over too. Then we have 3 Amazons. Yeah, we wanted to send them over to be able to mass produce owl quills and catch up a little more on research. So let's get her moving, and I don't think we'll need the lizard. But maybe 1 lizard wouldn't be too bad. Let's get him over there too. What do we have here? We have a bunch of random units, few ranged units, and some javelineers. Yeah, I think for now they can just be patrolling over here also, since we are moving our army into a castle. Why not have them move and patrol? We got a little bit of unrest over here. Recruitment in that place. Putting out Buddhas. Over here, Voice of the Lion. Over here, yeah, Crystal Amazons, that's right. So can this Voice of the Lion make it over? He can. So we are sending the Voice of the Lion. And then, ooh, we can only bring 10. So we need to bring 2 mages. Then we are bringing 20 of those guys and a big ass Hydra. And that should be enough to deal with them. Alright, let's see if they can buff up somebody. So body ethereal is only range 5 now. We could also just spam starfires. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5. How big is that poison cloud? I have no idea. Yeah, I kinda don't want to risk it. So let's have this guy just blessing, and these girls, they're gonna do... What are they gonna do? They're gonna do... I guess they're just gonna do starfires. Range 35, range 35. Let's just spam starfires. Starfires. So our Hydra might just immediately die, but that's okay. Let's see what she can do. Bugskin, Blurred Body, Mirror Image. And anything else? Personal regen. And then I guess we just attack. Let's give her one Girdle of Might, so she doesn't fatigue out. And maybe a Brace of Protection. That gets her up a little bit higher. And yeah, let's hope she's fine. She got blunt resistance, so that's good. These guys have clubs. This guy is waiting to maybe build a fort someday. And we got our first adept of the Iron Order out. He's gonna join our army. Over in this place, this is where our Amazons are. I guess for now we just stay on this castle, slowly work it down. I don't think there was much in there. They got a library here, so that would be a nice pick off. We might have a huge fight incoming, so we'll have to take another look at this army. And over there we got one more Buddha, he's side searching, and next turn he will have finished his job. Then we have our skeletons over in this place. So we need to take a look if we want to make a move on Therados right now, or if we move them up to help and maybe take range of light. We don't have any more monkeys coming out. And in this place we have a guard here. We are making more clamps of pearls. And we have one lizard. Oh, we have sent a bunch of our astral mages over there. So yeah, I think we need to set the communion up too. This is gonna be a long turn. Since we have the hammer lying around, let's just have this lizard be making more boots of the messenger. That's never going to hurt us. And I guess we pick up another batch of monkeys. These guys kind of impressed us, right? Maybe we'll pick some of those up later on too. We have our second Hydromancer out. No more boots to get them around. And I don't think they are really very fast. Nope. They're super slow. So again, question is, I mean, a little bit of water magic over there wouldn't be too bad. Would he be able to make it further if we gave him these boots? Yeah, that would make him much faster, so he can join the army in 2 turns time. And let's see what else we can do. Frostbrands wouldn't be bad, but I think we are out of the thugging business. We are not super strong on air magic, so we can make gelatinous cube memes. We could just make a few more seed rolls, maybe. Problem is they cost upkeep. Okay, this guy's making boots too, and then we have one more Buddha. Let's have him make a hammer, I guess. We have our Sea King over here. Let's give him just a tiny bit of gear. And I think he's gonna do some more trolls too. How many can he lead? He can lead up to 50. So we get 20 more of those guys. They're big sacks of HP. Yeah, I guess we do that. In these places, just some random labs. We got this guy who has a few pygmies. Our unrest situation seems to be resolved. Only these 2 places, but there's something that keeps the unrest growing in here, so we can't get rid over here. Alright, so I guess we just send our commanders back into our camp and pick up some more lion warriors. Still searching for air over here. Oh, we got a manticore. And we have a fort on Gold Mountain sub. Though no special mages here. We would need a big bunch of tritons to be able to fight these underwater provinces. Those indies are not trivial for us. And yeah, I don't know if it's worth it. So let's send out some more oracles to our animals. And yeah, I guess this guy, he's gonna do transformation. So where are our freaking thistle maces? We had 4. We lost 1 because our transformation dude died. So that means we should have 2 more lying around somewhere. And I don't know where they are. There's 1. And the other one is over here, okay. For our cap. Sadly we got a D3. We would have loved to get Lemma 3. He's already tri-spawned. He can do good skeleton stuff. So he's gonna be joining our army for sure. Let's get him moving. Oh boy. We got a big angry stack of units. Let's get those moving to 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it doesn't matter which way we go. I have a few pygmies. Oh yeah, we casted 1 spell, but we were dumb enough to cast it on a place with almost no corpses, so instead of getting 200, we only got 40 soulless, so that was a waste of gems. I mean, they're amphibious, they're siege chaff. We can find a way to make them useful, but we would love to have more. We have another big manticore over here. Does he need anything else? Protection isn't great. So let's keep the spider here. The spider can upgrade our fort, and our scout will be scouting, I guess. Maybe we even get another scout over here. I don't think we need all our places to make mages. We are barely doing mages at the moment anyways. Look at this, not even our cap is producing. So yeah, I think we want a queen. And let's top the rest up using Rhino Warriors. And I think that leaves us with just the armies. Oh, we have another scout over here. Do we send him down? Let's send him underground. And our next guy is gonna see if there's a connection in this area. We have this guy. It would be nice if we could transform him. But finding some more nature sites would be nice too. So let's keep doing that. Let's have a look where our research is at. We are going up construction, conjuration. Oh, we have enchantment 7 already finished. So what do we get? We get gift of help, which we want to put up. We can also do mass regen and serpent's blessing in battle. We could make some tree lords. We can try and get Earthblood Deeper going, but getting to E6 is, I think, a little bit hard for us. So we need one more water. That's we could do Platypus Blessing once we have our next construction level. Our communion can do mass flight now. But I don't think we gave them any gems yet. Stellar Focus. Astral 5. Can our god do that? Maybe he can. Okay. How much are these spells? Okay, some protection spell for a castle. Land of the Ever Young. Okay, this is a counter to Burden of Time, I guess. So yeah, what's the good stuff? Gift of Health, Mass Regen, and Mass Flight, I guess. Maybe Steel Slice Warriors. Anti-magic. Yeah, that's what we get. So does that mean can we save enough gems if this guy is not transforming? That's 46. And we had 2 guys now making boots. If this guy isn't doing boots, but instead something else, that puts us at 49. So I guess we just alchemize 1 gem. And then we can at least put Gift of Health up and see how long we'll be able to keep it. I mean, nobody has contested Mother Oak yet, which is nice. Atlantis still riches from beneath and Eye of God. We don't care too much about that. I mean, riches from beneath would be great, but our Dominion is shit at the moment. Which is also gonna make a Gift of Health not have too much of an impact, but yeah, let's put it up anyways. Gift of health. Oh, we need nature 6 for that. But we are only at 5. So that's the problem. We can't do that. And we don't have a fort that's in a forest except for this one. And I'm gonna make a quick pause here and have a look what the tree lord looks like. Okay, I've taken a look at the tree lords. They won't help us. Their magic is too low and they don't have arms, so I can't give them a thistle mace. And with that, I think we're gonna have to wait for our next construction level. Over here, our god. He, however, has Astral 5. So he is able to put Stellar Focus up, which would give us 10 more pearls per turn. So the payoff isn't super great. We need to have this up at least 6 turns to pay for itself. It gives worldwide drain and increases magic in the province it's cast in. But over here, if we cast it in Silbermark, where we have a god currently, we don't have too many researchers in there. And all our other researchers would suffer a penalty. So the only thing we would really cast it for is for the pearl income. Okay, let's see, we are in the process of building an invasion force over here. I think we are not strong enough yet. We only have a few lion warriors and a handful of pygmies. We have a big group coming out, so I guess what we need is more archers over here to supplement our forces. And yeah, I guess we just go with pygmies. So let's buy as many pygmies as we can for what we have left. And in the few turns it takes for these to reach Tinchi, we should be able to get enough pygmies to help us and make this a real force. We have this one Manticore who's going to join. I'm not too sure yet if I want this Yeti to join. He has a frost aura, so he might end up freezing our own guys. We have one of these Attons. This guy will need to be kitted out, so maybe we work on that. We don't have much yet for him. His leadership isn't great, so certainly not the Helmet of Heroes. Yeah, we need a few more Girdles of Might. He's gonna get a pair of Boots of the Messenger, and then we need some weapons and armor for him, and we are not gonna send him on a solo mission this time and have him die. This time he's going to stay with our army and just be a thug in our army. So let's see, do we have any high fire forging stuff that we want to do? This thing gives solely fire, but we want him to fight and not to stay back and cast spells, so could give him something like a charcoal shield or a vine shield. Or maybe we'll try him out with 2 shields. That could be fun. I have no idea what the action there, the interaction there is. Okay, we have a good amount of fire gems, so I think we're going ahead and we'll make him a red scale mail. That's gonna be alright, and then this guy is still doing boots. And let's have another guy make some boots. Oh, well, we do have a thistle mace, but we don't have a hammer for him. So maybe we'll just have him research and use the Thessames to transform this guy maybe. Cast transformation. And then, yeah, what's left is, I think, a big army and a few random guys scattered around. What does he have? He has a few more pygmies. And these guys. So are we going ahead and attacking this? I don't think so. These are just skeletons. They're gonna take quite a bit of attrition. Trying to get that done alone. There's still places we could just patrol in right here. Which won't be too bad, so I guess we pull him up. And see how we can be helpful over there. And oh man, this is gonna be a big chunk of work. Oh gosh. I'm not looking forward to this at all. So let's see what we get. We get 2 manticores. A Buddha, we have our communion mages. Another Buddha. So this is how I usually do it when I have a big army that I need to work out. I just sort my units by type first, so I can have a good view of what I'm dealing with. And then I'll set them to their position. So 4 Buddhas, 5 Buddhas, a queen, a king, 2 crystal Amazons only, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lizard warriors. We have a queen over here. We have 2 trolls that are like semi-thugging, but they don't have weapons. Priests. We have this one lone voice of the lion. So let's work on having great symmetry and send this guy over there. And over here we have 2 Buddhas, and down here we have 2 Buddhas. And this is the big stack that just came in, as it looks like. Then we have some new archers. So let's do the units first. Split these guys up. Wait, are we storming this castle? We are not yet. We could go in, or we could wait for this army and fight them first, see how much they dwindle us down, and then go in. Where's the archers? Archers over here. This guy, can this guy do formations? He actually can do formations. So what I'm thinking is, we have another one over there. Why don't we take our lion warriors and put them all on one of our Lion Kings. It's 115, that's a perfect double line. I hate that you can't put the lines all the way to the front. Now everybody needs to move back a little, just because of that. Maybe like that. These guys, I might want to find a new place for them. Strength of Gaia, group region. One warriors. So we are doing different stuff with these guys, okay. Alright, and then we make 2 big archer squads. Where's the rest of our archers? We have 1 pygmy. Wait, didn't we have some more archers? I've seen a second squad. Over there. Let's see what we got. We got a squad of pygmy archers. And then some Atavis. Let's do it like that, I guess. Flaming arrows, does this girl have a fire in a jar? She does, so let's have 1 in here. 1 in there, I guess. And they're both gonna do flaming arrow stuff. Let's see. Blessing, summon earth power, hold of skeletons. This one, I don't need this anymore. So we could do turn 1 flaming arrows. Because I wanted these girls to fall asleep as soon as possible after casting flaming arrows, because once they go off script they start doing AoE stuff and then they start shooting our own people, which is not cool. So I might remove the boots and the girdle of might from this girl. Okay, what else do we have? We have a few guys that still have bodyguards. For now, let's remove all the bodyguards and we'll have a look at what we have in terms of cripples. And then hand out the cripples to people as bodyguards. Okay, this is looking good. I wanna redo the Lion Kings, so let's have these guys out for a moment. We have this guy freshly coming in. So let's those 2 are not Buddhas, they're witch doctors, and then we have 1 more witch doctor. And this guy, he's gonna stay fairly far behind soon, and he's gonna do just stuff, you know. He's gonna spam skellies from the back to catch anything that makes its way around. Our Voices of the Lion. These guys are next. Let's see where we have them. We had 3, I think. And we want them to do blessings. Blessing, and venom arrows. So that guy is here, that's great. And the other guy is down there. Okay, they're positioned correctly. That's those 2, the other 2 or 3. So we got 1 there, One up, and this guy, he's in the middle. Who is the guy in the middle? This guy. So he can do envenom arrows too, but the other two, I want them to just do blessings. Turn 1 they can cast Bark Skin. No wait, Personal Bark Skin. Personal Bark Skin. Personal Bark Skin, and I'll remove the last slot of blessings. So yeah, they once they're to the 5th slot, those lion warriors are gonna be far gone, and they'll probably not hit those with the blessings, so we don't need that. Okay, next up, what do we have? This guy is the one. Ah no, he's not. What is he gonna do? He's gonna do skeletal body, summon venom arrows, and then he's gonna light some people up. So let's put him in the pygmy squad, and that should be alright. So next up we got Shoot of Splendor, Fire Shield, and that fire closest. We got 2 manticores. Let's have them sit over there. Maybe we can point buff them still a little bit. They're gonna protect our backline while they're buffing up, and once they're done buffing up, they're gonna fly in and cause fear around the enemies. So that's great. We have 5 more Buddhas to hand out. One of them is Earth 3. So maybe this guy will be able to take a special job. And the other Buddhas, I guess we just position them to the flank and have them do their thing over there. So let's see that all our Buddhas are scripted correctly. Buddhas are doing personal. No, these are not Buddhas. This is a Buddha. Summon Earth Power and then Hollow Skeletons. Summon Earth Power, Hollow Skeletons. Summon Earth Power, Hollow Skeletons. This guy too. This guy too. This guy, let's see what he can do. He can do Summon Earth Power, that gets him up to E4. So we want to do big Earth magic with him. Group Iron Skin might be great. Group Stone Skin 3+. Group Iron Skin is 3+. I would have liked it to be a little bit bigger. Soldiers of Steel 20+. But man, if this guy's gonna hit or archers with Soldiers of Steel, I'm gonna be sad. Earthquake Warriors. I kinda dislike the way that the Earth buffs look now. Is he still only gonna do frickin' Giant Strength? I guess we try some Soldiers of Steel. And once we are done doing that, we're just gonna do Earth Melt, I guess. And that means he's gonna need to be quite up front. Yeah, let's put him over there. Okay, this guy, yeah, he's a communion mage. This guy's gonna hang back. And then we have our 3 Lion Kings. One of them has a cornucopia, the other ones don't. So let's see. This is the guy that has the cornucopia and he's using it to do 1 warriors, it seems, and eagle-eyed warriors. One warrior size 20. So that's alright. Eagle-eyed warrior size 20. Well, we now have freaking mass regen. That's on 4. That's on 4. So what he can do is he's doing Strength of Gaia, so he's getting up to 4. So we can do we want to delete 1 warriors or do we want to delete eagle-eyed warriors? Let's delete eagle-eyed warriors, I guess. And we'll pick up mass regen. That's gonna be great. So oh man, mass regen is not a battlefield-wide spell anymore. Is it worth it even? I mean, he's gonna cast it somewhere where it freaking doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of doing that. Let's not do it. He's gonna do what he's been doing. 1 warriors once, eagle-eyed warriors, and then just a little bit of regen. So we'll have right there. And let's see what our other 2 guys can do. Probably group regen. This is our best bet. Or group barkskin. There's a lot more gem investment involved now in buffing up. All the big buffs, even the non-battlefield wide ones, they all take freaking gems now. Group regen or group barkskin? I guess they just spam group regen. So this guy's gonna be over there, and this guy Strength of Gaia, and then some group regen, I guess, too. And he's gonna be... Wait, who's... So there's the voice of the lion and one of... Ah, okay. Oh no, I missed the correct positioning. Alright. We have a commander and this guy, they're hanging back. Doing their thing, and then we have the communion left to do. So this guy, yeah, he's already scripted to Horde of Skeletons. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slaves and 5 masters. And these guys are at 16 HP. So they can keep up 2 mages. We're gonna burn those guys out quite fast. At least we have earth magic in our communion, so... Okay. Let's have a look at communions and I'll show you what they're all about. So communions, we have these two spells, Communion Master and Communion Slave. The way you do it is you have some people who are doing Communion Slave. And they're not gonna be able to do anything, and they kind of lend their magical powers to the Communion Masters to make them better mages. And for every not for every two, it's for every power of two you get a bonus magic path. So the masters get one bonus path at 2 slaves, one at 4 slaves, and the third one at 8 slaves, and then the next one at 16. So we have 6 slaves. That's gonna give us +2 magic. And the other thing a communion does is, if the master is casting a spell, most of the fatigue that the spell gives will be distributed amongst the slaves. So say we have 6 slaves and 1 master. The master will get 1 part, and then 6 parts will be distributed amongst these, so he's only taken 1/7 of the fatigue. And one other thing that communions do is oh, this is not perfectly symmetrical. So does he need to be 1 up? Does that look symmetrical to you? It doesn't to me. Well, it actually is. Okay. So that's cool. So the other thing communions do is, if one of these communion mages casts a spell that buffs him up, all the buffs he gets will be also applied to the slaves. For this to work, it cannot be an area buff, it needs to be a personal spell. But for example, what we can do is we can do summon earth power, and then not only he will get the 4 reinvigorations, but all the slaves will get 4 reinvigoration too. And that helps regen some more fatigue, so that's great. For other spells I wanna wait a little bit on him. What else do we need? We need at least... First of all, let's give everybody... If we can... Communal Master. I hate that I cannot use hotkeys in this menu, and I could do it from the army setup screen, but then I'd have to scroll around and find my units. And then here, it's easy to find them. But every time I want to script Communion Master, I need to scroll to the bottom. So yeah, that sucks a little bit. I hope that hotkeys get added to this window too, and then it would be really convenient to just set up your army entirely on this screen, and basically this screen, it would become mostly obsolete. It would only be used for handling unit squads. That would be really great. We already have made a step towards that, but we are not quite there yet. Alright, so we have our communion over here. We have these two. Get in there. These two. Okay, one of those guys is gonna do personal regen. So we don't have any super big spells we want to cast yet because we forgot to bring gems. So what I'm focusing on for right now is just doing all the buffs and applying those buffs to our slaves. And then they can still just do their own thing when they go off script. Astral Shield is another good one we can do, but we can do this on anybody. Let's have a look if there's anything we want to do on nature. Elemental Fortitude would be real nice. Bark Skin we don't need. We are going to do Iron Skin on our Earth Mage, I guess. So that seems to be pretty much it for nature buffs. We want personal regen, and the other guy is gonna do elemental fortitude. So, oh yeah, one thing I didn't explain is, so they're doing their thing, they're giving most of the fatigue for spellcasting to the slaves. And so usually at 100 fatigue, you just fall asleep. But if for some reason your fatigue keeps going up, like by some kind of aura that's fatiguing you out, or by communion, you can go up to a maximum of 200 fatigue. And once you're over 200 fatigue, for every time you get new fatigue, that new fatigue is deleted, and instead you take 1 damage. And I don't think it matters how much fatigue you get. It's just there's a tick on fatigue, and you're gonna lose 1 HP instead. So with personal regen, these guys are going to regen 2 health a turn, and that means that even if they're fatigued out, they could supply a communion with 2 masters for an infinite time, because the 2 masters, they cast their 2 spells. These guys, they take 2 damage and then they regen 2. But us having 5 masters means that once they're at this point, we are gonna burn them out, and if the battle goes for too long and our communion keeps casting spells, yeah, we are actually gonna kill these guys. So that's what you call a communion burning out, is when you accumulate so much fatigue on your slaves and you don't have a functioning ratio between slaves and masters, including your healing capabilities, then you're just gonna kill your own slaves at some point. So okay, this guy, he's gonna do personal iron skin and temper flesh. And then let's see if we have a nice fire or earth spell that we want to cast. Nope, nope, nope. I want to look for spells. Earth. It doesn't look like it. Let's see. Fire. Yes. No, man. Cast specific spell. Fire. I have a feeling this guy, what he's gonna do is, he's gonna cast Furious Warriors on our archers and make them run into melee. I have a bad feeling about these guys, this guy. If we get some gems onto him, he would be able to do hail of burning arrows. Yeah, for now he's just gonna do fire shield. And then once he's done doing all those buffs, he's gonna just go off script and see what else he can do. Masters, let's also make sure that nobody is scared to scripted to freaking retreat. So we have Astral and Air Magic. Let's use one for Astral and the other one for Air. But is there even anything in Astral that we want? We want Astral Shield. And that is it. That's it. We want Astral Shield. And then the other guy. God damn it. Air. We want Air Shield. We want Mist Form. So that's 2 on this. Let's see. Let's take the other guy. Nope. Cast specific spell. So we got Air Shield, we got Mist Form. Yeah, there's some good spells we could pick up. And yeah, in terms of buffs, that's all we have for this communion. So I'm just gonna let these guys go off script and do their own thing. Why am I buffing so much on these communion mages? The reason is because the buffs are applied to these communion slaves. And they are gonna basically form a wall back here that's almost impenetrable. They're gonna be really buffed up. And so if any unit, say some flyers that are scripted to attack rear, or maybe some calves make it around that are on attack rear, they're gonna come down here, they're gonna try to kill these guys, and they will have no chance of killing these guys. So this is just a backline holder that will protect our mage core from anything that's scripted to attack rear. We could do the same thing more to the front and just make a line of communion slaves, buff them up, and have them block any incoming melee units. This is what you would do if you wouldn't have such a strong front line as we have here. You can do other fun stuff. We don't have the magic for right now, but one thing that's just super fun, I once had a big ass fight in a multiplayer game using that, and it was so satisfying to watch. You kinda need blood and fire magic, so in blood magic there's a spell called Reinvigoration that just deletes all the fatigue on the unit that cast it, and it's a single target, so it only targets the caster. That means that it also gets applied to the slaves. So first of all, you can have just your blood mages. You can make sure that every turn you have one blood mage casting Reinvigoration. I think the spell is called Reinvigoration, to delete all the fatigue. And then you can use this one fire spell. Let's just have a look here. Oh, why is it not showing? Evocation, this is alteration, right? Oh, so it's alteration 7, I guess. Phoenix Pyre. A spell we used a little bit on our Yomi playthrough. So Phoenix Pyre makes it that when you die, you explode in a huge ball of fire, deal massive AoE damage, and then you get 50 fatigue, and if that 50 fatigue doesn't push you over 100, you respawn on a random spot on the map. And then there's an astral spell, it's called Blink. That's also a single target spell. And it basically does the same thing. It teleports you to a random spot on the battlefield. So what you can do is a suicide communion, where you have a bunch of slaves, you buff them up, you set up Phoenix Pyre as fast as possible, and then every turn you have a mage casting Blink and a mage casting Reinvigorations. So all your slaves, they just get teleported to random spaces, they get killed, they explode, kill a lot of stuff, then they respawn and you reset their fatigue, and yeah, you just have all these mage mines or whatever you would call them around the battlefield, and your enemy units, they're gonna try and kill them, and when they do, they're gonna explode. That's super fun. But we are not doing that here, it's just real nice, and I think it doesn't work in Dominion 6 anymore, since to really make this work, you need blood and blood and fire, so you need a communion and a Sabbath. So the same thing as the communion stuff and blood magic, you have the Sabbath Master and Sabbath Slave. They're basically the same as Communion Slave and Communion Master. But in Dominions 5, these used to be combined, so you can have a Sabbath Master that has Communion Slaves. Or yeah, you can just could just mix and match it. But now I heard that Sabbaths and communions are separate. So if you have a communion, a blood mage cannot join the communion using Sabbath Master. That means that you would need to have an astral blood nation to be able to pull off the suicide bomber communion, and that makes it much harder to make that. Okay, let's see, I think our army is almost done. This one turn has probably taken a freaking hour. So let's see, let's have a look at what we got in terms of cripples and limp guys. We have only a few. Let's just send them out to random people, the first ones that I find. And yeah, they're gonna be bodyguards. One more, let's give him one. Maybe one bodyguard to the guy who's standing in the back, that's nice. So we have a few bodyguards. And I think for this turn, this army, it's just gonna sit on that castle and wait to see if Roos decides to attack us, and if they don't attack us next turn, we'll be going in. Wait a second. What is this guy? He's not doing communion slave. He should be a slave. This guy, he should be casting once he's done. Personal reach and cast spells. We have another one over here that's not scripted. Okay, looking good. If anything is wrong here, we'll find out next battle. Yeah, it gets really messy. I mean, look at this. How many mages is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 38 mages and 300 troops. Like, configuring these kinds of armies, just, there's so much, it's so much work to just do a configuration. And now think about freaking min-maxing this, coming out with the perfect script for everybody. Yeah, you can put hours of work in just one of these armies. Oh god, for now, going to be researching, I guess. Maybe we are interested in site searching here, so what does he give us? Astral Earth, Fire, Death, Nature, Glamour. Earth, Astral we have some Death, some Nature. No Glamour over here. Fire still low. Is it worth it? I mean, we are at the point where his research, it's not that important anymore. Earlier he was a big chunk of our research. Now he's like, what, 5% more research for the turn. And yeah, that's everything. That's the turn. Let's have a look. Okay, way over time. We need to end this episode and see you guys next turn.